चल चतुर चंचल चतुर अंगुरिया जिस पर कनक मुंदरिया साजे बाजे मुरलिया बाजे बाजे रे मुरलिया बाजे। पीली मुंदरी अंगुरी शान बमा बाबा नी बाबा नी बनी बमा बाबा गमा बजानी pani zagare gare ni zari ni zama gare zari ni zama gare zani ni dhani ri zani ri zani ni dhani ri zari zani zani ni ni bama baga ma bazani pani da baba zani ni ni da ba tamara baga pa baba gama bani पीली मुंदरी अंगूरी शाम मुंदरी पर राधा का नाम मुंदरी पर राधा का नाम
आकर देखे सुने मधुर सुर आकर देखे सुने मधुर सुर राधा गोरी लाजे बाजे मुरलिया
बाजे बाजे मुरलिया बाजे अधर धरे हो अधर धरे मोहन मुरली पर अधर धरे मोहन मुरली पर होठ पे माया विराजे बाजे मुरलिया बाजे बाजे मुरलिया बाजे। नी za da da re re za 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 ni za za re ga re ga re ga re re za re ni za da da re re za sa re ni ma pa
भूल गई राधा भरी गगरिया भूल गई राधा भरी गगरिया भूल करे गोधन को सवरिया भूल करे गोधन को सवरिया
जाने न जाने तेरो न जाने जाने न जाने तेरो न जाने जाने न जाने तेरो न जाने जाने अभी जगरा। गणपतिगं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पत न शृण्वन्नोतिभिः सीदसादनम्
ॐ श्री महागणपतये नमः। सरस्वत्यै नमो नित्यं। भद्रकाल्यै नमो नमः। वेद वेदांत वेदांग विद्यास्थानेभ्य एव च। ॐ नमः प्रणवार्थाय शुद्धज्ञानैकमूर्तये निर्मलाय प्रशान्ताय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। यो गुरु स शिवस्प्रोक्तः यः शिवः स गुरुस्मृतः। विकल्पं यस्तु कुर्वीत स नरो गुरुः। सच्चिदानन्दरूपाय विश्वोत्पत्त्यादिहेतवे तापत्रयविनाशाय श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नमः। श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नमः। यं प्रव्रजन्तम् अनुपेतम् अपेतकृत्यं द्वैपायनो विरहकातराजुहाव। पुत्रेति तन्मयतया तर्वोऽभिनेदुः। तं सर्वभूतहृदयं मुनिमानतोऽस्मि। यस्वानुभावम् अखिलश्रुतिसारमेकम् अध्यात्मदीपम् अतितितीर्षतान्तमोन्धम् संसारिणां करुणयाः पुराणगुह्यम् तं व्याससूनुम् उपयामि गुरुं मुनीनाम्। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। नमः पङ्कजनाभाय नमः पङ्कजमालिने नमः पङ्कजनेत्राय नमस्ते पङ्कजाङ्घ्रे। नमो किञ्चनवित्ताय निवृत्तगुणवृत्तये आत्मारामाय शान्ताय कैवल्यपतये नमः। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय हरे परमात्मने प्रणतक्लेशनाशाय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। श्रीकृष्ण गोविन्द श्रीकृष्ण गोविन्द श्रीकृष्ण गोविन्द श्रीकृष्ण गोविन्द श्रीकृष्ण गोविन्द। हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव। Shri Krishna Govinda, 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 Hare Murari, He Nath Narayana Vasudeva, Shri Krishna Govinda, Shri Krishna Govinda, Shri Krishna Govinda, Shri Krishna Govinda, Shri Krishna Govinda. Hare Murare, He Nath Narayana Vasudeva, Shri Krishna Govinda, Hare Murare, He Nath Narayana Vasudeva, Shri Krishna Govinda, 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 Hare Murari, He Nath Narayana Vasudeva, Shri Krishna Govinda, Hare Murari, He Nath He Nath Narayana Vasudeva. बोलिए श्री कृष्णचंद्र भगवान, श्री सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की। नमः पार्वती पते हर हर हरि ओम हरि ओम। The difficulties in life bring out the faith. If somebody had no difficulties, his hidden capacity of devotion and dispassion will be veiled somewhere. Or others won't know that he had so much of devotion also. Sometimes situation forces you to have lot of faith. You don't have, but you feel what to do now. Let me remember Lord only. So I did not have faith, but I had to bring out more faith from my mind. Situation wants to stretch your limits. It doesn't want to see any quality in a limited manner. It wants to see more patience. It wants to see more compassion. It wants to see more purity. It wants to see more love, more acceptance, more forgiveness, more meditation. It wants in a bigger quantity the qualities. Any quality developed in only finite measure doesn't help too much. It has to be in infinite measure. And to illustrate this point, the story of Ambarish ji is there. So, if you are not challenged, you don't think I have something hidden. If I say no, everything is going fine, take 2 malas, 5 malas of japa, then you will say, okay, I'll do that. Or you may not do that. But something is in trouble. You feel my child will fail, or I will fail, or my health is not okay, therefore I should do more chanting. And I said, no, do 20 malas of jap, then your child will pass. Or if you do this much, then your health will be better. So then you do it with more zeal and more sincerity. So somewhere I feel some difficulty from outside world brings out not only the faith but patience, compassion, purity, selflessness, self-control. Desk usko de do, this desk, give this desk. World would not know Ambarish's quality unless Durvasa ji had come. Nobody would have known Bharat ji's greatness unless Ram ji had gone to forest. No one would have known Hanuman ji's greatness unless Sita ji was exiled. Sita ji was in Lanka. Supposing you take the portion, Sita ji and Ravan had not kidnapped Sita ji. There is nothing for Hanuman ji to do. Imagine that. He is free now. कोई क्या जानता है हनुमान जी की व्यवस्था सब सुंदर कांड ही नहीं रहेगा. There is nothing great about Hanumanji without Lanka portion there. If Ramji had not gone to the forest, people wouldn't have known how much greatness he was having. The composure, the serenity, the obedience, the depth. Nobody would have known in Ramji. He would have been just another king with more valor. Nothing more. If he had not slept on the floor, if he had not accepted his mother's words with so much of quietness, nobody would have known that. So situation and difficulties are required in our life. Some challenging people are required in our life. Some kind of problems are required in our life so that we are asked to stretch our divinity. And more devotion is required, more faith is required. More tapasya was required than I had in my life. If somebody says, my weakness is not going, only thing is you are not doing as much austerity as is required. Maybe you are doing, but that is less in the amount that it is required. If you can increase your austerity, you can get over your attachment, aversion, anything can happen. There is no limit that you cannot. You may fail, but one day you will hit the target. So don't be afraid of challenges in life. Financial challenge, situational challenge, health challenge, family challenge. Something is there. You will come out you will shine better after this. You will have more value if you know how to tackle it. Otherwise, you will be crushed. If you don't know this point, what I am telling, then you will go into sadness and depression. You will go into some kind of shell, or you will develop some diseases because of your mental agony. The mental agony for a long time converts into some physical diseases in due time. It can be migraine or migraine, it can be headache, it can be blood pressure, it can be diabetes, it can be back pain, it can be stomach problem. You will slip from bad to worst and bad to worst if you don't know this point. If I have austerity, if I have faith, I think you will shine more after this. You will be a much more greater person, a better person, more ready to say, okay, ab kya hoga? Let me see. I have already faced the most difficult bowlers, so what next will be there? I have gone through more difficult situation, more worse, what can happen? Sometimes people say like that. In their house, 2 people died in COVID. Son and wife. Imagine. अब that person says, what worse can happen now? I'm ready for everything. I have already gone through that verse. Why? I'm ready for every kind of problem now. When I can go through this, I can go through this also. If I can solve postgraduate problem, I can definitely solve 10th class problem. So don't be afraid of problems, difficulties, diseases, insults, dishonors, rejection. There is something more than that, what we see, what it is there. ठीक है, देखते हैं क्या होता है, देखते हैं क्या होता है. If Kekai had not given problem to Dasharath ji, nobody would have known that one can die also without Ram. Supposing Kekai was very good, like you all, and tell you what, you are comparing with Kekai? No. With good Kekai, pre-Vanvas Kekai. Kekai was very good by her. She was beautiful, most intelligent, and most bold. Darshaji was not foolish to be attached to her. He will not waste his time. She had some essence in her. A foolish person attaches with a useless person. There has to be certain thing that he's got attached. Some are attachable, some are non-attachable. Nobody can get attached. Their nature is like that. They create dispassion in everybody. Imagine that Kekai was very good, and she had not sent to exile, and she obeyed Dasharath ji. Do you think the people would have known Dasharath ji's greatness, that Ram Ram kahi Ram kahi, Ram Ram kahi Ram? Is it possible to die while taking Lord's name and without? We also don't see Ramji, but we are not dying. We also don't see Ramji anywhere, but we are living healthy. Not healthy, healthy. Eating flaxseed. This vegan and flaxseed is anybody head. भाई नहीं है, but that made Dasharath ji Ajar Amar. I mean, it is so great to see somebody had taken the vow of his love. नहीं ठीक कर है ना. So don't be afraid of such things in life. I'm not prepared, that is my problem. I'm not that fit, I don't have a bigger thought, I don't have such a stretchability, I don't have selflessness, I don't have so much of magnanimity, I don't have so much of purity. That is another point. But situation demands a lot from you. Situation demands bigger thought than a wealth from you. Nobody is asking money from you every day. Nobody is asking that you have to have a lot of gold, or you need to have a lot of gold, silver, and diamond in your bank or house. Nobody asks you how much gold you have. Your gold doesn't make me bold. Nobody asks that how frequently you go to beauty parlor. Please go to beauty parlor. Nobody says which shampoo you use. At least will not ask you. Nobody gives you comb. People want to see in difficulties how much what he does, how he responds. In the pressure, in insult time, in compressing time, when he has been snatched of his rights, when he has been insulted, when he has been robbed, when somebody close by passes away, when somebody provokes him, when when he is in a poor poverty, financially he is very low at some time that he has no ends to meet. When he is snubbed, then you know the worth, which thought comes out. They say to find out what juice is in the fruit, you have to crush it first. There is a what is it called, blender, extractor, blender, what is there? I hope it is working here. So 2 to 3 blenders are there. Anyway, ये तो आपकी ब्यूटी है ना. You have to bring out that. So don't be afraid this may not happen, that may not happen, everything. No, I'm prepared for that. And supposing Draupadi was not disrobed, how would you know that how much devotion she had single pointed that she could call Bhagavan? Dwarka Nath mein sharan tihari. How could she fold her palms and she could shift her mind from the Dushasan in the surrounding and focus on Bhagavan Ram, that her ananyata brought out avatar? Gajab hai. I mean, it must all happen within 15-20 minutes, half an hour. It doesn't take a lot of time for such a wrestler like Dushasan. He dragged in no time from her room to the main congregation. And it didn't take a lot of time to disrobe, but her ananyata was so much that she could get Vastra Avatar. So you have to compliment Dushasan. Otherwise you won't know that. लोग कहते हैं भगवान आते नहीं, द्रौपदी की तरह बुलाते नहीं. How will you know that Draupadi had such kind of deep, intense relation unless that episode had happened in her life? If Gajendra was not caught by the crocodile, where from Gajendra moksha will come? Where from that stuti will come? So we are very afraid. Dekha jayega, we will see what is there. We will see. Let me see how much I have to develop. Let me see where I am very weak. And don't say I am very weak. I'll get over it. Let me do how much austerity I need to do. I'll cover it up. I'll grow over it. I need some time, I'll grow over it. Live in some kind of confidence. Now, you heard yesterday Ambarish's story. It's not complete, it's still going on. So, you heard yesterday that Durvasa Rishi had gone to take bath. Nimamajja brahad dhyayan kalindi salile shubhe. 37 verse. 9.4.37. You got it? So ध्यान देखो कैसे, क्या बढ़िया इन लोग का तरीका है. He is taking bath while contemplating on Brahman. See, dhyayan is present continuous, shatru pratyaya. Dhyayan nimajja brahat. He is not taking bath singing some other song. Or in a hurry. Jaldi, these things we do in a hurry. Bath is in a hurry. If it is very cold, then you wait. Then it takes time. Then you stand like that and see the water. If the cold water is there, then you watch and you touch like that. If it is very cold and geyser is not working, some only wash face and do that and come out. All kind of people are there. Some hurriedly put water in, just 1, 2 and come out. हम लोग तो we don't know that taking bath is a puja. In Hindu religion, nothing is secular, all is sacred. Dhyayan, while contemplating on Brahman, nimajja brahat. Brahat means Brahman. So this was the standard of Durvasa ji. So don't look down upon Durvasa. They are too great to be commented by us who have no control in anything. Don't be so loose. Kalindi salile shubhe. In the nice pure water, auspicious water of Jamna ji. So he was taking bath, and at that time, what happened? The Dwadashi, the Tithi is different and English dates are. Solar calendar is different and lunar is different, you know that. In lunar it is not 24 hours, it can be 2 minutes. One day can be of 2 minutes. Solar is 24 hours. One day. So it was for 2 seconds that day. 2 very small time Dwadashi was there. And rule is if you are doing Ekadashi Vrat, so if you don't Paran in Dwadashi, Paran means you have to break the fast. Break the fast in Dwadashi, then that is disqualified. That is not considered as fast. That time was passing now. Muhurt ardha avashishtayam dwadashyam paralam prati chintayamasa dharmagya. Dharmagya is for Ambarish. He was knowing what is right, what is the implication of that. He was well informed. Before you do something right, you have to be well informed. Before you drive, somebody takes, then I ask, you know the road? Are you taking me to somebody's house for bhiksha? You know? Most of the time they say no. Sometimes they say no, we'll ask on the way. And that sometimes becomes very difficult. Sometimes GPS is not there. So GPS takes you the longer route sometimes. It can take you to Amlaji. You just follow that. I have heard such situation, just turn left, 200 meters. Turn right. Hurry, turn left. 100 meters. खट फट पग बग 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 करती जाती हूँ लेडी. Chintayamasa. Dharmagya. He was very well informed what is Ekadashi. Ekadashi is not the name of date. It's a name of a Devata expressing as. In the body of the Devata is called Ekadashi. Ekadashi is not the name of a date, it's the name of a Devata. Vishnu Devata expressing in the body of date, in the time, that is called Ekadashi. Dhyan dena. Like you have a space, you say, na, this is Badri Kshetra. So, Kshetra is there. Somebody said, Aurangzeb came and he destroyed the temple. I said, that Kshetra, Varanasi Kshetra is maintained. You cannot he can destroy the external temple. Although Shivling he couldn't destroy. Shivling is still there now. He found it out. But even he can't destroy the space. Space and time are non-destructible. Object you can destroy something. So Badri Kshetra, Vishal Kshetra, Kedar Kshetra, Varanasi Kshetra is there. So Tithi is called, the name of Bhagavan Vishnu is called Ekadashi. Like Sankashti is there, Chaturthi is there, Ganeshji. It is Ganeshji's date. So when you do fast, etc., to remember the Lord, remember I told yesterday about fast, you remember the Lord on that day, His Shakti will bless you little more. There is some book called Ekadashi Mahatmya. It comes in Purana only. And different kinds of Ekadashis are there. Achal Ekadashi is there, Vaikuntha Ekadashi is there, Nirjala Ekadashi is there, whatever is there. So he knew these things, Dharmagya. He was not blind. He was not religiously blind. In the morning class I talked about spiritual blindness. He was religiously blind means I don't know what fruit is, what karma has what fruit. You don't know about anything. Because you are ignorant doesn't mean that you are safe. If you are ignorant, it means you will be deprived of something. He was not vrat blind. What is vrat? What is it? What is the fruit of that? What happens? How should be observed? So he was knowing it, was very well informed, very well read. He had done satsang on that subject, thought properly over it. These kings were no ordinary people. They had lot of training in this direction. So, Chintayamasa dharmagya. So he thought, Dvijaihi tad dharma sankataihi. So with the Brahmins he said, other who were the specialist. He didn't believe in himself. He said that tell me one thing, that I already invited Durvasa ji and he is a great saint. If I eat without him feeding, that also is wrong. If I don't eat anything because Dwadashi is passing, then also is wrong. Yat kritva sadhu me bhuyad adharmo va namam smrshit. देखो ये है. Please, sadhu me bhuyad. May good happen to me. I should not be suffering. Be afraid of your bad action because you have to pay for it. Don't put the bed on fire in which you have to sleep tomorrow. Your situation is reflection of your action. Be very, very careful what is right, what is wrong. Because you will be alone when it comes to paying for it. Nobody will share your pap. People will share your punya, not pap. If you have more money, people will share you. But disease nobody can share. Will give you half headache somebody will take, nobody will take. They will give you more. Somebody has cancer, nobody will take your cancer. You can give COVID. There you can give, but others thing you cannot give. So आपका कोई शेयर नहीं करेगा. You know, when it is said somebody gets a prize, he can return the prize. Said, I'm returning Padma Shri. I'm returning Nobel Prize. But supposing somebody gets a prison, he said, I'm not coming. It's not possible. Police will come and drag him. He'll be asked to surrender first. Someone will be issued, please come and surrender. And supposing he doesn't come, then police will come. Show out, notice will be there. And you'll be taken in the police van with the photographers around because you are fond of photographers. You said nobody's taking my photograph. No, many will be there. Yat kritva sadhu manne me bhujat adharmo va na mam sprished. Underline this 39 slok, second line. Well, I should not do any dharma, etc. Enough, I have paid for this life for what wrong I did. What more you want? What more you want? From, one is called upaman pramana. So you know what happens when I am deprived. Adhar means you will be deprived of certain luxuries, emotional love, physical luxuries. Something is depriving, that is pap will be there. You will be cornered, segregated, health-wise, maybe honor-wise, maybe family-wise. That is called pap phal. संभाल करो, बहुत फूक फूक के चलो. Walk like elephant. Think like that, because little thing wrong and it can have a repercussion. Only what he does, he will get his own fruit. You will get your own. Separate accounts are there. Joint account is not there. No, but we are very close. Never mind. This is what Valmiki ji, this is what make Ratnakar Valmiki. When Narad ji said, go and ask people in the house whether they will share your sins, because you are looting and you are giving in the house. So he went and asked his wife. Wife said, who asked you to loot? When you married me, you are supposed to feed. I will do the housework, you do the outside work. This is our joint venture. Marriage means joint venture. Husband does outside work, wife does inside work. Sometimes it is opposite also, in some cases. But who will earn? She said, if you are bringing, I will not take your sins, etc. Nobody was ready. So if you are having wrong intention, if I am having wrong intention, if I have spoken wrongly, if I am somewhere transgressing my limits, so you be ready for some kind of painful attention-seeking situation. I have told also. This is called pap. You have to give attention painfully. You are not free. I have to give attention on this topic. What happened? Very pain is there. What happened? This person troubles. What happened? This. Some kind of freedom goes away. This is dharmagya. Chintayamas dharmagya. See the word. Well thought of. Every action should be well deliberated, well thought of, well calculated in the mind. Proper references should be there. Otherwise it will boomerang on us. And then you cannot do anything. Then doctors, relatives, nothing can do. Nobody can do anything. So why to create that situation? Let us remove the cause of that. Because from the last birth already I am paying now. Why to create another? High chances are we are really born again. No, I'll get moksha. Achha. We'll get moksha. Oh. She said you will get moksha. No? So, bon voyage. हमको बोला भाई take her also. You don't want moksha. You don't want to with alone you want moksha. Achha. Next birth they have to pay everything. I mean, animal also different prarabdha. One is the dog who is in the rich man's house, eats ice cream. They go for shampoo. There is the whole day dog is there. They go for cleaning, shampoo. One day they are sending the dogs. There's a pet place here. What is it called? Dog parlor. Lo. Huh? They are. Huh? And some are the street dog, full of what is called ticks, worm, eggs. You can see thin, bony. Rabies are there. उसका प्रारब्ध बेचारे कैसे ही? Not all dogs are lucky. Not all cows are lucky. Some cows get lot of seva, some are slaughtered. Some are beaten. Not all goats are lucky. प्रारब्ध तो पीछे पड़ा रहेगा आपके. It will not leave you, it will chase you everywhere you go, like a shadow. It is waiting. So be very, very careful. You can't afford to take anything for granted. Not a single word, not a single action should be taken for granted. So he went, so Brahman said, "Bhai dekhiye aisa hai, you drink water. Water is equivalent to food and not equivalent to food. So kevale nath ambasa karishye vrat paranam prahu ab bhakshanam vipra ashitam nashitam cha." See the word here, 40 slok. Ashitam nashitam. Shitam and ashitam means ash dhatu is there to eat. Where so ashitam means eaten. It is eaten also and not eaten also. And from this nashta has come. This nashta in Sanskrit has come from ashitam only. Ashitam and nashitam. Nashta. Well, you eat also, you see. So he's so good. अब see the point here, 41st श्लोक. इत्यपः प्राश्य राजर्षिः चिंतयन् मनसा च्युतम्. मिला? This up is pakarant, this stiling. This apa is dvitiya here. It goes like this: apa, adbhi, adbhya, apam, apsu. It's nid bahuvachan. Because water who will drink will not drink one drop. Therefore it is nid bahuvachan. Apa, adbhi, adbhya, apam, apsu. It goes like that. Pakarant is striling. So apa. So Rajarshi, he drank water. Kya anand? Suno, wait. He didn't drink water. Like before taking bath, he was meditating on Brahman. Durvasa ji. Before drinking, manasa achyutam. He is thinking about Lord Krishna. See the word here. Chintayan manusa achyutam. Achyutam is Dvitiya Vibhakti. Second case. Which court case? No. This is another case. If you don't understand, leave it. Those who are understanding Sanskrit, yes, Sanskrit students are also there. Therefore, I am just saying, Achyutam Chintayan, Achyutam Chintayan. Thinking about Lord, he was drinking water. They had put like you have some reminders are there. You set reminders on your watch or in your mobile that 3 o'clock, tung, tung, something will come, tung, tung. Then 4 o'clock. So eating food, drinking water, taking bath, putting clothes, all these are reminders for taking God's name. So don't waste drinking water. Don't drink water, drink divinity along with the water. Think of the feet of Lord from which Ganga ji has come, and this is the same Ganga water. So you have to put reminders in your mind. Chintayan achyutam manasa chintayan. है ना? Action can be made puja. Every action can be made puja. Your combing can be puja. Your dressing can be puja. Your bathing can be puja. Your speaking can be puja. It is the intention. Therefore Bhagavan says, Yat karoshi. Whatever you do. 5 times he said, Yat ashnasi. Whatever you eat. Not I will eat prasad, then I will remember you. Yad juhoshi, whatever you offer, yad karosh, yad ashnasi, yad juhoshi, yad dadasi, whatever you give, yad tapasyasi. 5 times yad yad bola. Whatever. And then he drank the water. Ityapah prashya. Prash means having drank the water. Who? Ambarish. And then what he did? Tell me what he did. Pratyachashta kuru sreshta. Whole life have to make your mind more God friendly. Like computer are user friendly. Mobile is user friendly. Continue. And at the end you will say, it is downloaded. Then you press this button. Press this. It is now expressive. It's all user friendly. Some are so foolish they can do that also. So, pratyachashta, sapratyachashta, kurusreshta, आप पानी पी के भक्ति बढ़ा लो. What you say, score little more. एक पुण्य और बढ़ा लो आज. थोड़ा सा आप आज के दिन, but after today's days, I should be little more closer to God. I could have remembered. And then he was waiting for Durvasa ji. Durvasa yamuna kulat krityavashyak agatah. So after doing his sandhya ityadi, Durvasa came from Yamuna ji. After taking bath, Ragya abhinanditasya bubude cheshtitam dhiya. So Raja came and he welcomed him. Abhinandya, Ragya abhinandita. So he came forward and welcomed Durvasa ji. When somebody comes, you should go forward and come. If somebody elderly comes, you should get up and go and say, okay, please come. Don't stand at that place. Do bhajan through hand, do bhajan through leg, do bhajan through eyes, do bhajan through words. But when Durvasa ji saw him, whom? Ambarish, bubude cheshtitam dhiya. Nobody told him, but he understood he has drank water. कहाँ से पता लगा? Either some water must be there around him. कुछ तो होगा. कैसे पता लगा भाई इन्होंने पी लिया पानी? Either there must be some water, some people drink water, no? More false here and there. Or you don't wipe, supposing you drink water, you like this after that. I think Ambarish did not wipe. ऐसा हमें लगता है. I don't know. How did he know? Maybe he's antaryami also, he will know. So, bubude cheshtitam dhiya. He knew everything that he has drank water. अब देखो इस पे नाराज हो गए. मन्युना प्रचलत गात्रः भ्रुकुटी कुटिलाननः बुभुक्षितश्च सुतराम कृतांजलिम अभाषत. इतना गुस्सा आया उनको. तब दुर्वासा का गुस्सा आया. देखो प्रचलत गात्र. So he thought that he drank water. Ab he did not understand, or he must be knowing that this was the situation. You could have asked why you drank water. That Dwadashi must be getting over. You did for 1 year. You did. So you should have said, but nothing. Prachalat gatra. He was shivering. His whole body was. When you are angry, all of you must have experienced. When you are angry, so your lips start trembling at that time. Your lips start trembling, and supposing your hands is there, hands start trembling. Your heart beats and pulse are very high. If anybody needs, I'll demonstrate. By provoking anger, then you can see yourself, because it is personal experience required. So Manyuna, eyes become red at that time. You feel like that. Your क्या लिखा है? भ्रुकुटी कुटिलानना. See the word here. Bhrukuti Kutilana is a name, it's a nominative case. His Kutilana, his face become very. The sweetest person becomes so ugly at that time. Bubukshitasya, and he was hungry. Instead of eating food, he was angry now. When you are hungry, you get angry also very fast. But also one's equation goes. So and Bubukshitas, he was so angry, and so what's called hungry. And he said, अभी दुर्वासा थे. And here Ambarish is folding his palm. Kritanjalim abhashata. Kritanjali means Dvitiya Vibhakti. He was in Kritanjali. And generally when you see somebody is folding his palm, sitting, you feel more melted. Bole ho asya nishansasya. When a person is angry, you see how he speaks. Oh, let us see this king, nishansasya. So crooked he is there, so hard he is there. He thinks Shrivan Mattasya, he has the whole kingdom in his, as if he is the only king. He has transgressed the limits of dharma and he acts as a Vishnu dharma. Vishnu Bhakti is there. He is a devotee of Vishnu. He thinks what is there. Nobody, when he is angry, is very not soft spoken and his face expressions are not very pleasing. He will not say, I am very angry on you today. ऐसा नहीं बोलेगा कोई. You can video record your anger and see. You see others, no? So you should see yourself one day also. If you don't break the video. खूब डांटा. अब ये इतने बड़े राजा थे. They were not ordinary king. बोले you are so hard. You drank water? You think you are Vishnu Bhakt today? Ish Manina, Gamandi Raja? अब क्या करती थी? कोई गलती थी नहीं इनकी. Yo maam atithim ayatam. You only invited me to take food. You don't know how to behave with the atithi. You ate before eating me. Eating my taking the food. Adattva bhuktamastasya. Sadyasya darshay bhalam. Now I'll tell you who am I. I'll show you the result of that. What did you? A person is in high pitches there. You are not angry only with the mouth. It comes on your eyes, in your hands, in your walking, in your getting up, in your moving. Anger is very pervasive emotion. Calm is emotion, you can hide it. Calm and krodh is the difference, I'll tell you. If calm comes, you can hide that emotion. You cannot make it out that this person has a lot of lust in his mind right now. He can hide it. He can close his eyes. Anger is a very expressive emotion. Even if you don't talk, it comes on your face. Face becomes different. And you see differently. I mean, the person was angry. Before you are angry, you just see eyes like that. But when you are angry, you don't want to see the person. But you want to see like that. You see differently. Or you walk in a huff. Or you talk little loudly. Or your hands move differently. It is very well seen then. People know, I think he has got upset, I think. नाराज हो गए, बिगड़ गए वो. देखो चले गए वो, या आ गए वो. चुपचाप बैठे थे, बोल ही नहीं रहे थे कुछ. Sitting quietly, not talking at all. क्या हो गया? What happened? Nothing. No, nothing. कुछ तो हो गया. Something has happened. No, nothing. It's all fine. All fine. How much you act, but a person can catch that somewhere he's angry. But Durvasa was not angry like us. He was much more than us. He was terribly angry. He said, now I'll show you who am I. You insulted me. He said, at that time Ambarish should have contradicted. Hello, wait. When you are right and somebody is angry, you get very angry. Supposing you are not right and somebody is angry, still we are angry. That why you are telling my fault to me. But when I am right and somebody is not right, and then we get much more angry that no, please listen to me. No, please listen to me. Please let me tell. You said, let me. This is how the people will fight. Quiet. ये अम्बरीश है. Saji from his head, he plucked out one hair. That means he was not bald. So he plucked out. And he did sankalp. And one terrible demoness came out. बताओ छोड़ क्या गलती थी भाई इनकी. जटाम रोष वितीपितः, with lot of anger on his hair, and he took out one demoness, and tayacha nirmame tasyai kartyam, and after that he threw in their friend, and she was burning like the fire all around. Her hairs were scattered all around, and she was burning with fire. Like that, she was jumping toward. Tam apatantim jwalantim. And she had sword also. Asi hastam. And she dham se. You know, some people, when they, like you don't even walk, dham se awaaz aayi. Pada bhuvam, whole earth shook. Vepayanti. See, Vepayanti, 47 slow. Earth shook. गुस्सा भी कुछ दमदार हुआ ना. ये थोड़ा गुस्सा था. Angry, I'm going in my room and I will not talk to you. ये कोई एंगर है? Anger has to be some high potency anger. ये क्या छोटा मोटा एंगर है? Well, I'll not take lunch, but I'll take breakfast. After breakfast, I'll be angry. I'll take heavy breakfast. ऐसे नहीं एंगर था. आपतंतीम, देखो क्या लिखा है, ज्वलंतीम असि हस्ताम. And he jumped on Ambarish. He pounced rather. What was Ambarish's response? Actually, he should have been angry, because seeing me angry, anybody is angry. If Ambarish had ahankar person, even if he is wrong, he can't take anybody's anger. Well, you are angry on me, but you are wrong. How wrong I am, but don't be angry on me. Shant. Next line you have to double underline. Na chachal padan nripaha. Samudvikshya. Samudvikshya means having seen all that. All people in the kingdom ran away. Here and there was a chaos. But this Ambarish, na chachal, he didn't waver a bit. His palms were still folded, head was still bent. इसको साधु बोलते हैं. Tell me why. His Krishnakar vritti was so strong, he didn't budge at that time. Thought of Krishna, when you are in the depth of the personality and you have habituated to be in the depth of that personality for years, today was the time. It won't come out. I won't leave that thought. Whole sadhana is which vritti have you mastered? If I say he does a lot of sadhana, or he is Krishna Bhakt, or he is Ram Bhakt, it means have you mastered this vritti? There are two things. One is conquered, other is mastered. I have conquered anger means anger cannot come at all. Even if 10 people come and hit with my shoes, anger cannot come. It's called conquered the anger or conquered passion. Mastered vritti means that Krishna thought, will not leave me under any condition. This is called mastering a thought. This is a sadhu. Sadhu means sadhanoti. He is targeting, he is making one God's thought day and night stronger and stronger, stronger and stronger, stronger and stronger, so that even if everything is on fire, that vritti doesn't go. Like you have mastered that I am, ahamasmi. My name is Shalu. I'm Shalu. You have mastered this. So even if outside somebody is scolding, that vritti does not go, that I am human, I am a man, I am a woman. So here he mastered this thought of identification with Lord Krishna's vritti. And therefore he was unmoved. He was not a statue, but he didn't. Outer vritti was appearing very small in front of the inner bigger Lord's thought. The vritti of ahankar is very flimsy, it can be shaken up very fast. Vritti of attachment is very flimsy. Supposing attached is there. You are attached to your son. And son comes and says, Mummy! What happened? You can see how a person is so anxious after that. You get very anxious. Kya hua? Mummy, kya hua? What happened? You can see how the vritti is not stable. The rag is a very chanchal vritti. Then nothing happened, but why you are saying like that? What happened? Why are you sitting here? Not doing anything, why are you sitting there? Why are you sad? I'm not sad. No, you are. But what happened to you? I'll tell you later on. No, tell me now. What happened? Let me see your pulse. Your pulse is very high. Achha, you can see pulse also. Yes. I had done homeopathic course. You get anxious. Because it is dependent, you have a strong string. Or you don't like somebody, you will be very disturbed. Only his vibes are not good. Don't see vibration, vibes. Vibes are very good nowadays. Vibes. Because you got disturbed. Because this vritti is very flimsy vritti. And you are it is sanchala vritti. It is very surface level vritti. Ahankar vritti, krodh vritti, kam vritti. They are very fast coming and they are very agitated. They give a lot of agitation. They throw you here and there. Every vritti has its own nature. Bhakti vritti, it is in the depth. Nishtha. Bhagavan, you know what Ambarish was seeing inside? He was saying, I am sitting with the Lord and holding his hand. He has then mastered this thought. He did not see that Durvasa alone is there. He saw Krishna with the Durvasa. Ishvarakar vritti will not be chanchala vritti. Kamakar vritti, krodhakar vritti, these are very, very disturbing. This is very disturbing thought. By nature it is disturbing. But Ishvarakar vritti, stable. ये साधु है. Tapasya itself means that you have repeatedly brought one thought in your mind for a long time, and you have mastered that even if external disturbances are there, that thought will not go away from my mind. This was sadhana reflected in Ambarish. Na chachala samudvikshya na chachala padat nripaha. Padat means not even one step he took left or right, or he somebody throws, we go back all of a sudden. Hey, कौन मारा हमको? हो कौन है? क्या हुआ? Padat is the word here. Na chachala padat, not even a step he took left, right. ये है पहचान. Therefore, they get place in Bhagavat. They get such a coverage, and Ved Vyas will not write about anybody. Any Tom, Dick, and his name will not be there. Kuch hona chahiye. There's such people comes in centuries. Not in 1-2 days they come. His name is Amar. Shant, standing. No anger, because anger, thought and Krishna kar vritti can't be together. Kam vritti and Krishna vritti can't be together. Kam vritti and low vritti, Krishna vritti can't. You can't master two thoughts. You can't be master of two areas. I'm doctor also, engineer also. No, you can't be. I'm a dancer also, singer also. One has to dominate. I am Ram Bhakt also, Krishna Bhakt also. One has to dominate. ऐसे नहीं चलेगा, एक डोमिनेट होना चाहिए. ठीक है ना? I think you are getting. See the state of his mind. No frustration, no depression, no anger, no sadness, no fear. Because fearful person runs away. Fear is so, when a snake comes, whole hall will be empty. Supposing one snake is coming, सब भाग जाएंगे. Forget snake, one lizard will jump, you will run away. One lizard comes. ये है अम्बरीश महाराज, चुप शांत. On his face, no frustration, no fear. ये भक्त होता है भैया. Like Kagbhushundi ji progress there, you saw his progress and his state. Here you see Ambarish's state. Serene, quiet, unperturbed. Not a single harshness. This is called, his heart was an ocean. The response of Durvasa dissolved in the sweetness of Krishna. Devotee is an ocean of sweetness. He is the ocean of fulfillment. If some twig is dry, it is easy to put on fire. Some wood is dry, you can make it on fire very fast. But some is wet. Supposing some tree is wet, it is very difficult to put on fire. It will be a lot of smoke. But some is already in water, it is almost impossible at that time to put on fire. Our mind can be put on fire very fast because we are dry. We have no bhava for God. We can be very sad, very depressed, very kami, very krodhi, because bhava is not there for the God. साधना नहीं किया है ठीक से. ये सब जन्म जन्म के साधक हैं. This bhav doesn't come in one birth. Well, I am doing sadhana since 5 years, nothing has happened. 5 years. बच्चों की बात करते हो. 5 years में कुछ होता है क्या? करते रहो. He was dipped in the thought of Lord Krishna. Standing. I like this sea. Vepayantim samudviksha. Well, not that he was not seeing, everything he saw very well. Samyak udviksha, see the word here. न चचाल पदान नृपः प्रागदिष्टं वृत्तरक्षायां पुरुषेण महात्मना. कर्मणि प्रयोग. So Bhagavan had put one chakra for him, if you remember. Bhritya Raksh. Not everybody Rakshayam, not Purush Rakshayam. Bhrit, his servant. Why? Bhagavan had seen he has been doing puja from 4 in the morning to 12 in the night. He does Vishnu Sahasranam 10 times a day. He has never spoken one harsh words to anybody. He cleans the temple with his own hands. He makes malas for last 50 years. In his mind, no malicious intention was there. Any great person, Brahmin, saints, he falls prostrate at his feet. Whole kingdom blesses him. Today, if he is troubled, we will not allow him. All the time he says God will protect him. किसी किसी को देख के ना दया आ जाती है. And our personality should be such that people think, people should have a lot of sympathy for me. Your nature can invoke somebody's sympathy. बोले, and some are there, दया ही नहीं आती. किसी को देख बहुत दया आती है. Somebody is very soft, like the baby is there. Somebody is very soft. He has loved me. He has been simple. He has been quiet. He has never reacted. He has never demanded, never expected. यही अम्बरीश थे. All qualities of 12th chapter, Adveshta Sarvbhutanam, all were in Ambarish. All 33. Bhagavan's law. One chakra started coming here. Ananyas chindyanto mam ye janav paryupasate tesham nityabhayuktanam yogakshemam vahamyam. You think, Bhakt hai bhai, that chakra first burnt that demoness first. Dadaha krityam tam chakram. Like a fire burned the snake 40 years long. That chakra burned that demoness. That demoness. The power is saint. Saint is not a person. He is a moving God. He is a walking, talking God. भगवान बहुत द्रवित होते. You think somebody is doing, you are either making God harder or softer. Arjun with his austerity made the God very softer. Whole life is either to make God softer and softer. Don't make God harder and harder. And now that chakra jumped on Durvasa ji. Like the fire runs behind the snake. The snake example is quite a bit today. In the jungle, a snake is there. And jungle is on fire. And seeing the fire, snake is running like this. So seeing that fiery chakra, the snake like Durvasa is running now. So Durvasa is running. But the chakra is after him now. And Ambarish, another story came up now. You are not a person. You are not an individual. You are somebody happy behind you. Somebody loves you. Somebody has thought about you. Somebody was happy. There is a big paraphernalia of devtas, rishis. भगवान को सॉफ्ट बनाओ. All in God's mind, all his tapasya flashed of so many years. He's getting up, he's talking, he's drinking water and taking Lord's name, he's taking bath and taking Lord's name. He not expressing his displeasure, making everybody happy, offering pranam to everybody in the kingdom, wiping the floor of the temple every day, making malas, decorating the Lord, seeking forgiveness day and night. Bhagavan said, he has done a lot for me. Like a mother cannot see my child being troubled by somebody, my innocent child. Similarly, Bhagavan could not see that. This was his achievement. जिंदगी में ना जो सीधे होते हैं ना वही अच्छे होते हैं, वही जीतते हैं. Tomorrow we'll see. ओम हर नमः पार्वती पते हर हर महादेव. श्री सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की बोलिए. श्री कृष्णचंद्र भगवान की. ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ओम शांति शांति.
श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे. श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे. हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव. 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 श्री कृष्ण गोविंद. श्री कृष्ण गोविंद. श्री कृष्ण गोविंद. श्री कृष्ण गोविंद. हे नाथ नारायण